Hello darling YouTube family, I am here today bringing you a tutorial on the new Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. I do have the original that they put out last year and I loved it so much that I thought I would pick up this one. I really don't have a lot of Too Faced palettes. These are the only two I have, but I really have been enjoying their quality of these two. I will tell you that this one is a little bit less on the side of being, you know, more colors, more things to work with. It's got just a lot of peaches and pinks. And then it does have this one slate blue up here, but I have been loving working with it because I feel like the fall colors are so pretty. Now there are a lot of mattes, 1, 2, 3, that are truly just pink. Some of them don't come across very well when you're doing your look as just pink. So when you're looking at this palette, I would say you are really looking at a palette that's going to be warm. Even the pinks, in my opinion, tend to lean a little bit warm. Now there are a few of these really pretty colors that are the metallic colors that lean a little bit more to the cool side, especially obviously that blue color up here, which is a slate color. And then that color right there, even though in the pan right there, it looks like it's got a lot of rose in it right here, it really does have just a lot of copper in it. So this is really kind of a coppery palette. As far as being able to go in here and create a bunch of different looks, this palette is so much better than the Naked Heat palette. I felt like I could get one look out of that palette, and it was so disappointing to me. But this one I do feel like, because it does have like the yellow and then the fuchsia pink and then the blue, I do feel like you can get multiple looks out of this and have them still be beautiful. So as far as the quality goes, I think it's top notch. Blendability is fantastic. Pigmentation is so good. I didn't feel like there was a ton of fallout or a ton of kick up on this as to any other palette that I worked with. I really enjoyed working with it, and I did get to create this look for you guys today. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this look, let me get up a little bit closer and close my eyes. Just keep watching and I will be with you in just a second with naked eyes. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put on our primer, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer, which I love. It just works so well for me in taking away the darkness, really helping to grip that eyeshadow. It's just one that I have really been loving. It is really pigmented, or opaque, I should say. So make sure that if you do get this one that you use a little bit, because a tiny bit is going to go a long way. After I do that, I'm going to put my tape on. And this is just guide tape that I get from Sephora. It helps make the lines crisper and it helps not have so much fallout. So I'm going to place that strategically on my eyes because I like for that to take care of the little fold right here in the corner. And you'll kind of get a feel after a while, if you do decide to use the tape, you'll get a feel after a while of how far down that tape needs to go. Then I'm just taking a large fluffy brush. Don't judge me, my brushes are dirty because Friday is the day to wash brushes and it's not Friday today. So this color right here, this peachy color in the corner, is called Plenty of Dough. And I'm going to load my brush up and tap it off. And then that is going to be my transition color. So with my eyes, I actually take my transition color completely out here at the side and I almost fill in clear to the eyebrow. That tail end of the eyebrow to me can get washed out on my looks, so I'm really careful about that. And then I'm just lightly stippling and pushing that eyeshadow brush up and over to follow the crease and also to give it some dimension up towards the eyebrow. Now you might have to take a while to build these lighter colors up. I know that I do. And I also bring them in to the inner corner a bit, not like into that little cavern right there by your nose, but towards the inner part of your eyebrow. And then I try really hard to round it, because I'm finding lately that if I don't round the transition color, then my eyes kind of look sunken in. And so I'm liking this a little bit better to round it right there at the arch. And especially paying attention to that outside corner. Okay, now I'm going to do the other eye. Now I'm taking a medium fluffy brush and I'm going to go into this next color right here. It's kind of a mid-tone rosy color and it's called Soft and Sweet. These colors I find are really pigmented and really easy to blend. So picking up and building up and, doing other transition colors, that kind of thing, it's been really easy to work with as a palette. This time I am not going all the way over. I am going out here to the tail end and building that up some. And I'm coming onto the eyelid a little bit as well, but I'm sticking more into the crease and just blending it with that transition color. Then I'm going to go back to that other fluffy brush and blend those two together, keeping a lot of focus on that outer corner where I'm pulling that shadow up. Now I'm going to go into this darkest color right here, which is called Cookie Call, and it's kind of a brownish burgundy color, very beautiful color. And I'm going to load my brush with that. Now this one, I'm going to stay right there into 1/3 into the eyelid, and I'm pulling it up towards the tail end of the whole entire eye, and just pushing it over into the crease color, and then just blending it so that it gets the depth out there. Okay, I do like that color a lot, but I'm going to brighten it up just a little bit with this fuchsia color that's in here. This color is named Hot Tamale, and I'm just going to put it right on top of that brown color to give it some added dimension and a little bit more of a plummy color or kind of a burgundy color there. I'm going to grab my original fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend all of that together. Okay, I'm going to take an eyebrow pencil or a highlighter pencil. This is from Benefit. You can get one from Wet n Wild. I know they have one. NYX has one. All I'm going to do is I'm going to trace along my brow bone up there to try and lighten that area up. And then with my finger, I am just going to really blend that with the eyeshadow. It helps a lot to give some definition right underneath my eyebrow. So it's not a stark line there. It's kind of a thin line, but it still gives some definition. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, kind of excited about trying. This is something that Alan Glines showed on her video about what her subscribers had said to do, which I loved that video. It was a long video, but it was such a fun video to watch her try all those things and to get some great tips. So I thought this was a great tip. I am going to go into this color right here, which is called Cookie Cutter, and I always put on my shimmers with my finger, and I love that color. It's so pretty and vibrant. But what the subscriber said was to spray your finger with setting spray and then put it on, and you'd get a much more vibrant look. So here we go. Oh my goodness, you guys, that is so vibrant. Wow, so pretty. I love it. You know what it does, you guys, which I'm so excited to learn actually, is that it puts it on our eyelids that are a little bit wrinkly really smooth. So I'm not like getting any like normal texture that I normally get when I put on a really shimmery color. It's just looking really smooth and really seamless, which is so great. I'm going to go back in with that medium fluffy brush, and I am just going to blend everything to make sure there's nothing on there that's going to transfer onto my upper lid. Okay, now I'm going to take the tape off, and you're going to see how straight that line is. I just think it's so pretty. I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush, the original one, and I'm going to soften that line ever so slightly on both eyes. Not so much that it takes away from the beauty of how crisp that is, because I do like having that line. It almost gives like a cat-like effect, but at the same time, this softens it out quite a bit. Now I know this is probably a question I'm going to get. I did have all of my makeup done before I did my eye look, which normally I don't. I save my concealer until the very last because of fallout or anything. But when I do my eyeshadow last, I will go across with my Dampen Beauty Blender with some of my foundation just to seamlessly put all of that in place. Sticking with the fall theme, I am going to put a Milani liner in the waterline that is dark brown. Now, one of the things that I've really been enjoying doing lately is taking my Urban Decay Primer Potion. It has a doe foot in here, and it's quite pointed, if you will. And I think this one is the mini, by the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lightly go across that bottom lash line, about 2/3 of the way in. This really helps my bottom shadow stay on, especially when I'm not using a pencil and then powder. I just want to use a powder that is the color in the palette. So I'm going to start with this cinnamon color right here, which is kind of a mid-tone pink color. And I'm going to start underneath here And yes, it's going to be way too pink to begin with. I'm going to darken that up in a minute. Okay, now I'm going to go back into that really deep brown, which is called Cookie Call. And I'm going to deepen up the outer part of that. Okay, these are really, really warm eyeshadows. And underneath my eyes, it's kind of making my eye look a little bit pink. And that pink underneath can kind of make you look a little bit like you're sick or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Midnight Snack, which is that blue down there at the bottom. Sorry, I know you guys can't see, which is this blue right here down at the bottom. So it is a deep like midnight blue, and I'm just going to put that lightly over top to kind of take out any of that pinkness. Okay, next I'm going to curl my lashes, put my eyeliner on, and mascara. And I work on one side, so I'm not going to do all of this because I am going to do a tutorial for you guys. But one thing I do want to tell you, I have just a pen felt tip liner right here. I am going to do this as tight as I possibly can to the lash line on the top only, just so you guys know. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and do it because it does take a little bit of time. All right, I got my mascara, my eyeliner on. One of the things that I forgot to do was to go into the inner corner. So I'm going to take Lick This Spoon, which is right here, and I'm going to put it on a pencil brush, and I'm going to do that inner corner. I feel like this is such an important step. It can completely change your look and brighten up your whole entire look. Okay, and so there it is. There's the final look. I had to pan back just a little bit so you guys could see. I love the way this turned out, and I really liked pairing it with a little bit of a darker rose color on my lips. I have had people in the past tell me that they got bored with me just doing my regular eye look, and that's what I just did today, was a regular eye tutorial on exactly what I normally do every day as far as the way I place my eyeshadows. I am going to be trying to branch out a little bit, do more of cut crease, maybe halo look on the eyes, and then, you know, maybe the order of putting on the eyeshadow may be a little bit different too. And so hopefully you guys won't get too bored with what I'm doing, especially since I'm going to be doing a lot more tutorials. Okay, that is everything for today's video. I hope that you did enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up on your way out of here. I would appreciate that so very much. Thank you for giving me a part of your time, and let me know in the comment section below what you think of this look, you guys. I appreciate every single one of you so much. You're the best part of my day. Have a wonderful week or weekend wherever this catches you, and I'll catch you all in my very next video. Love you. Bye-bye.